The top threats to my marriage, or to any man's marriage, I'll speak for mine. Number one is distraction. I believe Satan uses distraction. We could call it busyness. We could call it other priorities. We could call it ministry priorities. Crisis, right? That other people are having. And as a minister, I need to go be with them and serve them, right? And that could all be true. But what happens is it's a distraction. And my wife, her number one love language is time. So every moment that I'm not spending with my wife, the way she receives love is that, well, you're not with me. So you can't love me when you're out serving someone else, whether I'm doing it electronically, over the phone, or in person. Okay? So a distraction can be a way that our enemy separates me from my marriage. And that's number one. Number two, selfishness. I think I need all this. I think my wife needs to love me this way. I need this kind of touch. I need this kind of affirmation. Right? I need this kind of quality time with you, my style. Me, 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 me. It kills me. My selfishness kills me, and it kills my marriage. What I need to be is like Jesus, who's so unselfish. He tells us in Ephesians chapter 5, starting around verse 25, right, to love our wives, married men, as he loved the church. How did he love the church? Well, he wasn't on Facebook, and he wasn't doing Twitter, right? He was focused, spending time with his men, right? Loving them, loving the church, right? Even when it wasn't easy. Even when he's hanging on the cross, he's still pouring out his love, for others. So even when I'm uncomfortable, when I'm burdened, when I'm not getting what I need, I still need to pour out love, to my wife, just like Jesus poured out his love to us. The question is, how do you do that? Because it's not easy, and oftentimes it's not even fun. Right? It's not an enjoyable experience. And I learned this probably, I'm going to go about 20 years ago, from an older guy, a mentor, a spiritual father that God put in my life. And he said to me, Spice, I've been married for, I think it was 42 years at the time. And he said, I choose to love my wife every day. And a light bulb went off inside my small brain. I choose. So love is a choice. And this man, and I met his wife. I didn't like her. I could see how it had to be a choice for him, because I personally didn't like his wife, right? But this man chose to love his wife every day. There's some days where it's easier to be with my wife than others, right? Because of the mood that I'm in. Notice I point the finger towards myself, right? Because it's my own brokenness and selfishness that separates me from loving my wife. So I have to choose not to be focused on myself, but focused on her. Choose to love her. And it's life-changing. You know what my wife wants to do when I choose to love her? Over and over and over again? She can't resist. She has to pour her love back. Because I'm giving her an abundance. And when she has an abundance, she can't hang on to it anymore. Right? It's an overflow. And the overflow, I get to catch the overflow. So in the end, I really do get what I need, which is my wife's love back. But I got to pour into her before she can pour out to me.